welcome back to my channel. So it's the end of September and I'm here today to show you what I colored for the month of September. Although if you follow my channel, you've probably seen them all because I really did not do a whole lot of coloring off camera. Pretty much everything that I colored I made a video for. So there's just one page that I did off camera. It's a book I got just a few days ago, and I literally just finished coloring in it like 10 minutes ago. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with seasons. Now I have to say, so I don't know if, well, many of you probably know that I actually finished Magical Dawn, so that's why you never see me coloring in Magical Dawn. I will post my completed Magical Dawn book video up here, so if you want to check that out, you can, but please be kind because it was the very first video that I ever made, and it was before I even had my channel, and I had posted it on the Facebook, Hannah Carlson's Facebook group, and somebody wanted to see it, and so I was like, okay, I'll just make a quick flip through of my completed book. And then I decided after I made my channel, shortly after, that I would just go ahead and throw it up on my channel. So anyway, that is why you never see me coloring in Magical Dawn, is because I finished it and I'm kind of like, okay, been there, done that kind of frame of mind. So let's go ahead and look at the pages that I colored in seasons this month. So let's... Oh, and by the way, I am keeping track. I'm keeping a tally of my finished pages in seasons, and so far it adds up to 21 pages so far, which is actually my most colored in Hannah Carlson book currently. So I'm probably going to go ahead and try to finish it. That's what I did with Magical Dawn. I had so many pages in there, I'm like, I might as well just finish it. So I think this one I will be working on finishing maybe next year, sometime next year. I haven't really put an exact date on it, but this one I am closest to finishing out of all of the rest of them. So this is one of the pages that I did out of this book. I think I titled it Raven Lady. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so it really turned out really nice. I really like it. I really love the kind of purple colors and purpley, I guess it was, I used a lot of dark cherry, I think is what it was. All of this is Prismacolor, by the way. I know, surprise, surprise. But Prismacolor and Neocolor 2 background. And then I love the pops of chartreuse in the mushrooms, her earrings, and her headdress, I don't know, head decor, what you want to call it. And I was using the gold Posca a lot. I used it for a few pages, kind of in a row, but really that gold Posca adds some really good accents. So if you don't have one, I suggest getting one. Of course, a regular gold gel pen works just fine. But I find that I prefer the paint pens over gel pens when it comes to writing on top, or if you have to go over the top of Prismacolor, just because of that waxy film that the Prismacolor puts on. The gel pens don't quite go over it very well. So the paint pens work the best. And just in case anybody wants to know about this page, Yes, I do have a video on that I put up. I think it was early last spring. I want to say February or March. Well, it must have been February because I did it in February. But this page has gorgeous fall colors, and using gold again with this page. I'll put a link to it on the top right here if you want to check out the video for that page. So the next page that I did in this book was this one. And this was the page that I titled the videos for Fall Fog. It was a series of 10 videos where I colored each element on this page. And yeah, that was something different for me to do on my channel. I thought, it would just be easier for people if they really just wanted to break it down and do one element of the page at a time. And yeah, it was fun. And I'm really happy with how this page turned out. Now, of course, they're all Prismacolor pencils. And the background for this page, though, is watercolor background. But you could absolutely use Neo colors. I just wanted to kind of change it up a little bit. I go back and forth. Mostly I use my Neo color 2s, but every once in a while I'll switch to watercolor or distress inks. So yeah, the accents for this page were Stickles and the Posca pen. So yeah, it turned out just gorgeous. I love the colors. Yeah. So that's it from Seasons. The next book that I worked in was Tales from the Witches Cottage, in which I did this page. So yeah, Neocolor 2 backgrounds and then Prismacolor pencils. And I used a little bit of white Posca, and I believe it was one Tule Art pen. Yeah, one Tule Art pen for the highlights in the pumpkins. What else? We've got Stickles, 2 colors of Stickles on here. We've got the diamond Stickles for the little dots in the background, and Cosmic Stickles on the little kitty wings there. So yeah, I did use quite an unusual color combo for her dress, and I really like how it turned out. It's not, the typical color combinations that you would see I like the leaves are kind of more of a muted green, and then I was trying to tie it in with this color combo here with her coat or overcoat or dress coat, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm very happy with how this page turned out. And again, this one is also on my channel right now. That's it for Witches Cottage. The next book that I worked out of is Spirit Animals, and I believe, yeah, I just did one page out of this book as well. And it was this witch page here. And I was really happy with how this turned out. I used my go-to mediums, Neocolor 2s for the background and Prismacolors. I also used a couple Tule Art pens, I believe, white Posca, and that gold Posca as well. But yeah, this one turned out really well. I was a little worried about her blue dress and hat blending too much into the background, but I think with the little bits of white highlight I put around the outside, and it's slightly different color, helps it set apart from the background. But yeah, the color combination is really nice. Yellows, browns, and blues always go well together. So that's it for this book. The next book I worked out of this month was Wonder Morphia by Kirby Rosannes. And I did something a little different on this book. Now, I use Neo2 backgrounds, but I did a little vignette around the outside with my black pencil. Used Prismacolor pencils, but I use Neo colors for a lot of base layer for the base layer, I should say, for these flourishes here. And then I went over the top of them with my Prismacolor pencils. Same thing with the body of the bat here. It was a base layer of Neo colors and then going over with the pencils. And the wings, they were really easy to do. It was just kind of tedious a little bit with, I just used a regular black ultra fine tip Sharpie for the background in the wings. And then I used my Spectrum Noir metallic paint pen in copper for these little decorative item, or I don't know what you would call them. Well, you see what I did right here. But that's what I used for that. And then I used my white Posca as accents throughout the page and in his fur there. And I'm actually really happy with how he turned out, because, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of doing fur. I always feel like I can't quite get it right, but you know, practice makes perfect, so I will keep practicing. All right, and the next book that I worked out of was this fairy coloring book by Yana Prosperina. And I just did one page out of that. This was very early on in the month. I think it came out on like the 2nd of September. Yeah, because I finished it on the 1st. So this girl turned out really nice. Now it is the Create Space paper, but I was really happy with the blend that I managed to get, and I didn't even use any marker base, which is kind of unusual. I normally like to use a marker base with the Create Space paper, but I didn't do that with this one, and honestly it turned out just fine. So yeah, this one, I'm really happy with the results on this. And I used Distress ink in the background and white Posca for all of the accents. So yeah, that one turned out really nice. And the last book is my newest book. Sorry about the glare. There, I think that's a little better. Is one of my newest books that I just got from Camellia Angelkova. It's 50 Halloween Mandalas, and I also got her 50 Autumn Mandalas book too. And I couldn't wait to get started in this book, and so this is the page that I literally just finished coloring. And it is super, super cute here. I just used pencils, Prisma pencils on the inside and Distress ink on the outside. And I used a silver paint pen around here and white Posca to outline the little ghosts. Sorry if you can hear that. My neighbors are mowing their lawn right next door. Anyway, so yeah, this is such a fun little book, and I plan to do quite a few out of these over the next month anyway. If you'd like to see a video out of this book, just let me know, and yeah, put it down in the comments. So yeah, I was actually pretty busy. I mean, not super busy, but I mean, if you have any specific pages you'd like to see me color in or books you would like to see me work out of, please let me know in the comments below and I will do my best to get to them. I do have a few pages on the list of to-dos for October that people had requested, and then some that I just kind of wanted to do on my own. But I am always open to suggestions and it kind of helps direct my efforts. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this and we will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.